Let's talk about trading affirmations that I have right now on my desk right here. This I got them from Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I have that list. I printed it out right here. It's just 7 trading affirmations that I think they are the solid foundation for any profitable crypto or forex or whatever trader you are. Because technicals are easy. We have to agree that technicals are the easiest part of things. If at any given time, you want to become a good trader, you have to understand that technicals are easy. That's the easy part. Fundamentals are easy. That's the easy part. Those are the easy parts because news is what everyone is able to see. We get that on Forex Factory. We get that on Trading Economics. Technicals you can learn from anyone because different strategies work for different people, and all strategies work for me, in my opinion, right? So you just need to figure out one strategy and go deep in it, analyze it, get to refine it to the core, right? And make sure it's mechanical. Have those strict rules. So, without further ado, let's go through the 7 trading affirmations that Mark Douglas himself recommends you have as a to become a profitable trader from his book Trading in the Zone. Okay. So number 1, I objectively identify my edges. Right. So this is basically saying that you are not gonna be using feelings or thinking, your intuition. No, no, no. At this point, you want to be very, very objective when it comes to your strategy. You're not thinking, you're not feeling, because you find traders saying, I feel like the market is going to be bullish. I feel that feeling is always the deal breaker. You always go wrong with that. Always. You always go wrong with that. So avoid that. Be very objective, right? Predefine. Number 2 now. I predefine my risk on every trade. Great one, right? Easier said than done. But then once you have identified that, once you're out of that, losing streak phase, you're out of that beginner's luck phase, you get to that point where you've lost a lot until now you understand that, hey, there is importance of risk. You cannot blow an account risking 1% of the account. You can blow an account risking 100% of the account, risking 10%, risking 50%, right? You just need few bad trades and you're out, right? But risking 1%, you need over 50 wrong trades to go bust. And I mean, that's impractical, even for someone who has never traded, right? Going to a 50 losing streak trade, that's crazy. It's unheard of, right? Anyway, but then you need to predefine your risk. If it's 1%, it's 1%. Then number 3, it's I completely accept the risk and the potential loss on every trade. So you have accepted that you're going to be risking 1% of your account on every trade, right? Now, have you accepted that risk, or you're just saying that you risk 1%? Because there's one thing that acknowledging that you're risking 1% and fully accepting that. You can even leave the trade and you go, because you accept that if your thesis is wrong, you are okay getting stopped out and losing that 1%. That's very critical. It's easier said than done. Number 4, I act on my edges without hesitation or reservation, right? So if you have your rules, your strategy rules have been met, confluences have been met, why are you not taking that trade? Why are you still relying on your feelings, right? So hit it, right? Rules are met, don't think, just get in and put in the trade, okay? Number 5, I pay myself as the market makes the money available to me. So Mark Douglas himself says that this is one of the hardest things to do, even for profitable traders, because most of the time you're like, hey, I want my trade to hit TP. But then sometimes you never know where the market's going to go. You never know what's going to happen. Only it takes one trader to negate your thesis. So if your trade goes at 50% of your TP, just take profits, adjust your stop loss, make that trade a risk-free trade, and ride all through the profits. Or if that trade goes against you, you've still made money, right? Pretty much easier said than done. Number 6, I continually monitor my susceptibility of making errors via my journal. So all that jargon is just saying that make sure you have a trading journal. Simply, if you don't have a trading journal, make sure you check out my previous video. I've talked about how to make your journal a winning journal step by step on Notion, right? Where you can access it on your phone, laptop, tablet, wherever you go. Even if you lose your laptop, you can always access your Notion cloud storage, and you're gonna be having your journal right there. You always have to review your trades every week, every month, and see how you're progressing, because as a trader, nobody's gonna come to make you better. You're not selling anything to anyone so that you know how good you are. You're basically beating yourself. You're competing with your previous day man, right? You're competing with yourself. Yes, the person who was you were yesterday, you're competing with yourself today. So tomorrow you'll be competing with the today you. So you need to review what you're doing so that you can refine your strategies, you can refine your emotions, you can refine everything to become the best at what you're doing, right? And then finally, number 7 is I will never violate these rules, and I take full responsibility of my trade outcomes. Because most of the time we like when you, especially when you're making losses, you like blaming the markets, you like blaming whatever, doing what that. You don't blame yourself. You don't see yourself as the problem. And then the problem is when you win, hey, I'm the king, I'm the trading god. But then what happens? When you start losing. So you have to be very, very articulate with taking responsibility that it was because of you. That's why you lost the trade. And make sure you look at that objectively. And then don't violate your rules, man. All those 6 things that we've talking about, don't violate them. Let me just go through them in a nutshell, right? So I objectively identify my edges. I predefine my risk on every trade. I completely accept the risk and potential loss on every trade. I act on my edges without hesitation or reservation. I pay myself as the market makes the money available to me, and I continually monitor my susceptibility of making errors via my journal. And finally, I'll never violate these rules, and I take full responsibility of my trade outcomes. That is the part that you guys, those are the 7 affirmations that I believe are gonna change the way you think or look into your trading journey. Because for me, I have this every single day on my desk, my trading desk, and I find them really, really useful to just remind myself. So anytime I'm going to take a trade, I'm like, have I accepted the risk? Yes. Have I acted on my edges? Yes. Have I violated my rules? No. Am I sticking to my confluences? Have all my confluences been met? I have to make sure that everything is checked, is already checked, to make sure that when I get into that trade, I have zero feelings about that trade. If it hits my stop loss, well and good. If it hits my TP, I'm also okay. I'm not super euphoric. I'm not also fucked up with the loss. So those are the 7 trading affirmations that you need you also need to print them out. Just type them out, print them out, have them on your trading desk, wherever, to become a profitable trader. So then, see you guys. Thank you for seeing the next episode, and make sure you subscribe, hit that subscription bell, and like. Cheers.